Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the news postcard on TayNinhTV with some last events in our private as well as nationwide. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, on the afternoon of September 24, the Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, head of the Government Steering Committee on Science, Technology, Innovation, Digital Transformation and the Project 6, chaired the floor meeting of the Steering Committee to assess the implementation of the task from the beginning of the year to now and deploy the task for the last month of 2025. Co-chairing the meeting, there was Deputy Prime Minister and Deputy Head of Steering Committee Nguyễn Chí Dũng. Attending the meeting at Tayninh Province Connecting Point, there was the Vice Chairman Principal People's Committee Phạm Tấn Hòa. The reports of the administrators at the meeting stated that, in recent times, the development of science, technology, innovation, transformation, and Project 6 has had positive changes. The leadership, direction, and management have been deployed vigorously and organized synchronously with the high determination from the central to the grassroots. Up to now, the institution, the mechanisms, and policies have been basically completed, creating a legal corridor for science, technology, innovation, digital transformation, and Project 6. The implementation of Project 6 has been strongly promoted, spread, bringing practical results to the people and businesses. At the meeting, the delegates also frankly acknowledged the shortcomings and limitations that need to be focused on handling, analyze the causes, and made specific proposals and recommendations for implementation to continue in the coming time. Recognizing and praising the efforts of ministry branches and localities, along with the results achieved, the Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính stated that in the coming time, ministry branches and localities need to continuously accelerate, make breakthroughs, continue to strongly innovate thinking, take more drastic actions, and have the higher determination in developing science, technology, innovation, digital transformation, and Project 6. And on the morning of September 24, the Vice Chairman of the People's Committee Phạm Tấn Hòa chaired a meeting of the Logistics Working Group to prepare for the Principal Party Congress. The meeting was attended by leaders of departments, branches, and sectors in the province. At the meeting of the Logistics Working Group, the units reported comprehensively on the preparation work. This congress will be organized in a streamlined and modern manner with all documents digitized. Logistics and security plans have been detailed to ensure the security and safety. In his directed speech, the Vice Chairman of the People's Committee Phạm Tấn Hòa requested departments, branches, and sectors to synchronously and carefully deploy on tasks, ensuring the conference takes place solemnly, safely, economically, and effectively. He emphasized the close coordination between the units for the conference to be successful, demonstrating the spirit of innovation, solidarity, and responsibility of the party committee, the government, and the people of Tayninh Province. The Principal Party Conference will take place from October the 8th to October the 10th of 2025, with the participation of 450 delegates and the guests from the central government, provinces, and cities. And after merging and rearranging their powers according to the two-level local government model, Tayninh continues to identify administrative reform as the key task. In 2025, the province has set out 7 concerns and 33 tasks, and so far, this work has achieved positive results. In 2025, the province has set out 7 concerns and 33 tasks, and so far, this work has achieved positive results. Specifically, in the third quarter of 2025, the province has organized and completed for 18 over 33 tasks, reaching nearly 55% of the plan. The remaining tasks are continuing to be implemented according to the set schedule. Following the direction of the Prime Minister, the province has also established a steering committee of Principal People's Committee on Science, Technology, Development, Innovation, Digital Transformation, and Project 6. At the same time, it directed the establishment of the 3 working groups to assist, including the Administrative Reform Working Group, to continue to strengthen and effectively implement administrative reform tasks. Along with that, the province also continues to focus on implementing solutions to overcome shortcomings and limitations to improve the PER index and CPOS index of the province. It shows a plan to measure the people's satisfaction with the services of state administrative agencies.
To improve the efficiency of using referential capital, the People's Committee of Taynan Province has just planned to launch the emulation, movement, management and use of social policy-related capital. Accordingly, on levels and sectors will strengthen coordination to socialize policy-related, supplement resources and rapidly resolve problems. In addition, reviewing and supplementing loan subjects will be carried out regularly. In addition, units and localities must strengthen inspection and supervision to ensure that capital is used for the right purposes, improving the quality of operations of savings and loan drops. The goal is to encourage organizations and individuals to participate in policy-related activities, contributing to the implementation of sustainable poverty reduction programs, creating jobs and ensuring social security in the locality.
And ladies and gentlemen, in An Lục Long of Taynan Province, Long Hoi Cooperative has become one of the typical collective economic units, and this cooperative has made an important contribution to increasing the value of dragon fruit, a specialty fruit carrying the local brand. With 45 members, Long Hoi Cooperative currently has a total area of about 40 hectares of high-quality dragon fruit, creating the jobs for about 200 workers. Not only stopping at linking production internally, the cooperative also supports output for dragon fruit growers outside the cooperative if they meet the conditions. This is a connecting for the farmers to connect and develop sustainable production. And dragon fruit of Long Hoi Cooperative is mainly exported to demanding markets such as Europe, America, and Australia. Thanks to compliance with the standard production processes, applying local GAP and VietGAP standards, the product has a stable selling price of 25,000 Vietnam dong per kilogram, and thereby ensuring a sustainable source of income for the farmers. Producing according to global GAP and VietGAP standards to export to demanding markets, our farmers must comply with the cooperative's methods. The process of medicine or fertilizer must meet the customer standards so that we can sell at the right price to create the economic efficiency for the farmers to make the profit. And the resolution of the Party Conference of An Lục Long Commune term of 2025 to 2030 set the goal of increasing the area of high-tech dragon fruit to 1,500 hectares, maintaining for 20 rented growing area codes and striving to develop 26 new growing area codes. This is an important basis for An Lục Long agricultural products to reach further and develop. And therefore, the local government always pays attention and creates the best support conditions for cooperatives in the area. Cooperatives play an important role in the local economic development. The cooperative has created conditions for many workers to solve the labor problem in the area. And the cooperative is also an intermediary unit for the people to connect with the businesses and companies. It is also through the cooperatives that value production trends are implemented to create product value, especially dragon fruit in the commune. It can be said that the development of Long Hoi Cooperative in particular, and the cooperatives in An Lục Long Commune in general, has contributed to changing the face of the countryside and improving the people's lives, especially the farmers. Not only providing the jobs and stable income, the cooperatives are an effective model of rural economic development, opening up a sustainable development direction for the local agricultural sector. And on September 2024, the Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, Nguyễn Hồng Thanh, had a meeting with the Provincial Economic Joint Management Board for checking the progress of implementing the master plan for the construction of mobile border gate economic zone until 2045 and evaluating the implementation of the Provincial People's Committee's instruction in the past time. The Provincial Economic Joint Management Board reported in detail on the progress of implementing the master plan approved by the Prime Minister. One of the key projects is the Ho Chi Minh City Mobile Expressway, nearly 51 kilometers long, expected to be completed in 2027. And to synchronize with the infrastructure, the Management Board is planning to build a connecting roads, upgrade the border gate area and drainage canal projects with a total investment of nearly 1,000 billion Vietnam dong. And currently, the Management Board is the investor of 8 traffic routes with a length of more than 8.9 kilometers with a capital of over 410 billion Vietnam dong. but the progress is still difficult due to the slow site clearance and design adjustments. In addition, the Management Board has also divided into groups to handle 11 projects that have been conducted, including the recommendations to remove demolitions for the Dai An Saigon Industrial Park and instruction for the 4 other investors to complete the procedures. Concluding the meeting, the Vice Chairman of Provincial People's Committee, Nguyễn Hồng Thanh, emphasized the Management Board and related departments and branches need to focus on seriously implementing the instruction of the Provincial People's Committee. He also noted that the review of the border-gate infrastructure must be synchronized with the Ho Chi Minh City Mobile Expressway and the dynamic access.
To create a strong driving force to attract domestic and foreign experts, the government had just issued Decree number 249, stipulating the salary, bonus and welfare regime for experts in the fields of science, technology, innovation, and digital transformation. According to the decree, experts have the right to design on techniques, proactively manage human resources and equipment, and are supported with survey and technology update costs. The salary is negotiated according to capacity, with a bonus of up to from a salary per year. In addition, experts are also supported with accommodation, transportation, road trip airfare, vacations, and medical packages for the whole family. The decree also clearly states strict selection criteria, such as only an invention, having an internationally awarded work, or a doctorate. In particular, foreign experts can be facilitated to acquire Vietnamese nationality, while domestic experts can be accepted as civil servants without having to take an exam. This is an encouraged step to realize the goal of developing high-quality human resources for the national digital transformation.
And ladies and gentlemen, thanks to synchronous planning, effective investment attraction, and the advantage of being adjacent to Ho Chi Minh City, along with international border gates, TayNin has become a locality with a strong industrial development. Industrial zones and clusters not only contribute to enhancing the economic position of the province in the southeast region, but also become a driving force for growth, job creation, and the social welfare. In Tân Hội Commune, industrial clusters in the commune are becoming a new bright spot. In particular, Tân Hội No. 1 industrial cluster is more than 51 hectares wide, has been 100% self-built and officially operating in many sectors such as manufacturing, mechanical assembly, machinery and equipment, serving industry, production of consumer goods, etc. In addition, Tân Hội No. 2 industrial cluster has over 70% of its registered area, expected to be operational from the third quarter of 2026. And Tân Hội No. 3, No. 4, No. 5, No. 6 industrial clusters are also being promoted, opening up a large industrial development space for the border area. As an investor in Tân Hội No. 3 and No. 4 industrial clusters and in the future of No. 5 and No. 6, I commit to the Tân Hội Commune government, the people here, as well as the entire provincial leadership, to raise the living standards of the local people to another level and will bring the highest environmental value to the people and stop the jobs for the local people also. In addition to the industrial cluster, other industrial zones in the province are also promoting strong growth at Long Hậu Industrial Park in Cần Duộc Commune. Import and export turnover in the first 6 months of 2025 reached for $750 million, an increase of 10% over the same period, and clearly demonstrating the local production and export capacity. The number of new customers who are interested in finding investment locations also recorded a growth for 20% compared to the previous year, although in that process, with the impact of the concern about the tariff imposed by the U.S., also made many investors hesitate to make decisions in the past few months. But we also recorded that in August, the last FDI customers also boldly invested in industrial parks. And up to now, industrial parks in the province have attracted more than 2,500 projects with a total of FDI capital of more than $17.5 billion and domestic capital of more than 118 trillion Vietnam dong. Industrial clusters, the cumulative number of projects to date has reached for 513 with an occupancy rate of 82%. The development of industrial zones and clusters has become a key driving force in helping to effectively exploit the land, raw materials, and labor resources There is also an important foundation for the province to aim to become a modern industrial province, linking economic growth with a sustainable development. And the Prime Minister had just signed Directive number 29 on September 23rd of 2025 on implementing the key tasks and solutions to promote exports and develop the foreign markets. And to achieve the export growth target of over 12% in 2025, contributing to GDP growth of 8.3 to 8.5%, the Prime Minister emphasized the need to effectively utilize the FTAs, promote diversification of markets, products, supply chains, as well as raw material sources. Specifically, the Ministry of Industry and Trade is designed to implement the large-scale trade promotion program in the key markets such as the EU, US, China, Japan, Korea, Asia, India, the Middle East, Africa, Latin America, and at the same time, promote e-commerce and digital transformation. The Ministry of Agriculture and Environment focuses on linking raw material regions and increasing their processing to increase the added value. The Ministry of Finance shall preside over and coordinate with the relevant agencies to amend, according to its authority, to propose to the competent authorities to amend mechanisms and policies to continue to improve the investment and business environment and remove unnecessary business barriers. And ladies and gentlemen, Jordan People's Hospital Ho Chi Minh City has just put into testing artificial intelligence robots in the reception area. That is a new step in the digital transformation roadmap towards a smart, modern, and patient-friendly hospital model. In recent days, many patients have been quite surprised and delighted to be supported by robots, and with just simple voice commands, robots can provide service information, medical examination and treatment process, and guide rules to departments. In particular, robots can also send warning signals to give way, automatically stop when encountering obstacles, and even make the jobs degrade the comfort. Currently, the robot is being tested on the ground floor for 2 weeks. If the results are positive, the hospital will rent more robots or on other floors and expand the application to the fields of internal logistics such as transporting medicine and equipment also. And ladies and gentlemen, in Cần Thơ City, the Khmer ethnic people are bustling to celebrate the Sandonter Festival. This is one of the good traditions with the deep humanistic and educational values of Khmer people, contributing to the diversity of Vietnamese ethnic cultures. This day in the villages and hamlets in Cần Thơ City, the Khmer ethnic people celebrate Sandonter Festival in a joyful and excited atmosphere. And to prepare carefully for Sandonter, at home the people prepare many traditional dishes for the Khmer people in the south, mainly cakes, sticky rice, tea, water, fruits, etc. to offer to the ancestors. This year, the Sandonter Festival of the Khmer people took place on the 29th to the 30th of lunar calendar, and the people were very excited to celebrate the Sandonter Festival in a rich and economical way. The harvested rice was not flooded, and the pagodas were spacious and clean. This year's Sandonter Festival took place from September the 21st to the 23rd. Important rituals usually take place at the Khmer Buddhist pagodas, where the whole village and village share the cultural and spiritual activities. The people get up early to clean and decorate the pagoda rounds and towers. On the main festival day, people bring food to offer when monks go begging. This is one of the typical cultural and religious features of Khmer Theravada Buddhists. Mr. Lam Trung Sơn Management Board of Pagoda, 14,000 Hamlet, Vĩnh Tường Commune, said that Hamlet's Fire has over 100 households. During this festival, the people go to the pagoda to offer rice and pray for their recoveries. In addition to the ritual part associated with the religious and belief activities, the festival also takes place with many unique activities such as traditional dances, pentatonic music concerts, and folk games, etc. The local government also pays great attention to the material and spiritual life of the Khmer ethnic people so that its Sandonter Festival season becomes more joyful and cozy and strengthening the national unity. The City Party Committee, the People's Council, People's Committee, and the Falun Front Committee will have many activities to pay attention to and take care of the people's lives in terms of housing and livelihood, writing conditions for implementing the rules model, and effective methods for the people to develop household economy, contributing to the development of local social economy and participating in maintaining political security, social order and safety, and building new rural areas also. Advance new rural areas, model new rural areas. In the coming time, Cần City will continue to effectively implement policies and guidelines on ethnic and religious affairs, at the same time preserve and promote the good traditional cultural values, implement the social security policies while create conditions for ethnic minorities to develop production and business, create stable and sustainable livelihoods. And that's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.